in the simple gospel, and I will rejoice in you.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Its Simplest Form. Denise here, and this is my Valentine's Day edition. Just in the spirit of Valentine's Day, I just want to encourage every believer that's believing God for that special someone. And there is absolutely zero wrong with desiring and believing God for a spouse. I know for a fact, because the word says that, when God created Adam, he said it's not good for man to be alone. So he created a woman. And with creating a woman, he created the woman for the man. So in a natural sense and also a spiritual sense, a man is always going to desire a woman, and a woman will always desire a man. So our positioning of desiring to be married or have a spouse, those things are perfectly within the will of God. And as you remain focused on Christ first and foremost, he'll give you the desires of your heart. But what I just wanted to encourage, singles who are believing God, I just want to encourage you from a realistic standpoint, is that whenever you are desiring for that special someone, please don't have unrealistic expectations of anyone. Because sometimes when your expectation is off balance, it opens you up to be hurt. It opens you up to be misled. And oftentimes you're misled by your poor judgment. You're misled by your emotions. And you're misled by the figment of your imagination that you created. Like, you created this mirage about this individual, and they're not living up to that particular image that you had in your mind. And I just say that because we as individuals, we have to understand that we attract what we are. And I've heard my pastor say this many a times, and it makes all the sense in the world, is that generals only talk to generals. So very seldom do you see a high-ranking general that's doing stuff or down with low-ranking soldiers. Usually when you're at the top level, you're going to talk with people who's at the top level, and then you'll facilitate information down to the bottom level. It's not that you don't talk to them, all together, but when things begin to happen, that's who you converse with initially. And the reason why I'm saying that is because we attract what we are. So I encourage you, is that you want that man of God or that woman of God, that when she pray, the Lord just stop and be like, is that Denise? I hear my daughter calling. But I'm being serious, is that if you want a person who is, that they exemplify a life of becoming more like Christ, that they have those attributes that you are looking for, it's imperative that you are that same individual as well. So what I mean is that you can't expect for Bobby to be, a lover of truth when you yourself is not a lover of truth. You can't expect for someone to do something and you're not in that same sphere, even for that person to even notice you. So ladies and men, if you're believing God for this certain type of woman or this certain type of man, just make sure that you yourself are growing so you may attract what you desire. And that's just what I wanted to encourage you on. Just making sure that our minds are being realistic. And first and foremost, that we're keeping our eyes fixed on Jesus. And everyone knows the famous love story in the book about Ruth and Boaz. But what we fail to realize is that first and foremost, Ruth was found working. She was in the field working. She wasn't in the field, beautifying herself, trying to catch a man. No, she wasn't doing any of that. That woman was about her mother-in-law business, and she was about the father's business, because she needed to help, in a sense, redeem that family again, because her mother-in-law had lost all, the men of the family. So that woman, Ruth, she was working. She wasn't just prancing around hoping that this man noticed her, but she was actually working. And by the grace of God, because of the positioning, and also because of the divine appointment, and I say it's some little modern day, what is it I'm trying to say, like hooking her up, she was found in a position to be seen by Boaz. But that wasn't her objective. She was trying to get her mother-in-law back where she needed to be as far as her livelihood. And she also had captured the heart of who her mother-in-law was in love with. And that was Jesus Christ. Because when Naomi told both of her daughter-in-laws to leave her, like, girls, I can't have no more kids. And even if I have another son, about time he get old enough, you're going to be too old to even marry him. So just go back to where you come from, and I'm going back to where I came from. But Ruth was like, no, I'm not leaving you. I'm not leaving you. Your people will be my people. Your God will be my God. So she locked into the God of Naomi. And with locking into the God of Naomi, Naomi was about her father's business, meaning her God, and God set up that divine appointment. So just a little nugget, we have to keep our eyes fixed on Christ first and foremost. And we have to understand that we attract what we are. So I encourage you, women and men, keep building your character. Keep being a woman who loves God. Keep having an exuberant spirit. Keep having a loving heart. Keep being a giver and not always, have to consume. And also be a woman who can hear the voice of God, who can do natural things, because at the end of the day, and be one who can actually cook, okay? So be the type of woman that that this man or whoever, whatever man of God that you're seeking, or woman of God that you're seeking, be that person who can actually add to that individual. So with all that being said, I just want to say happy Valentine's Day to each and every one of you. And remember, at the end of the day, it may seem like a natural celebration or holiday, but remember, everything that happens on this earth has already been ordained. And I feel within my heart, because God is love, this is just a little reflection that we can show the love of God through relationships, through friendships, through everything. So with whoever you're connected to, I would encourage you just to call them up, text them, send them a little sweet love note to just say, you know what? You mean so much to me. I cherish you in my life, and I love you. Well, until next time, thank you for tuning in to In Its Simplest Form. Bye-bye.